Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you a few different ways that I learned how to attach two separate strands of paracord together. I learned these on different sites, the different ways, and I thought I would just put them all on one site. There's 4 different ways I learned. I'm sure there's others. The first one I'm going to show you is the easiest. It's taking 2 strands, paracord. We have nice clean ends. I'm just going to melt them. At the ends nice and melted. Gotta be a little quick on this. That's why I got the 2 cords kind of close together. So we get them nice and melted. Take the ends and just push in on it and hold it for a little bit till it cools off. Now you can see how it's grooving up there, and you can always clean that up a little bit. But usually when you do something like this, it's going to be underneath other paracord that you would wrap around and you wouldn't see. So, there's the first way. You can see it's pretty strong. I mean, I can pull really hard and pull it apart, but we won't do that right now. But that's one way, the fastest way, to bring 2 separate strands together. I don't know what method called, there's any particular name, but there it is. Alright, moving on to the next one. Okay then, for the next one, we're going to use 1 strand. Now, I'm going to hook up a buckle on my jig here. We're going to use a single strand. And this is a pretty easy method too. So all we're going to do is strand a piece through. Let me see which way I want to go. Make it easier to show you. It will come up. Oh, there we go. Alright, strand it through my buckle. Where we're going to do, we're going to take some of the inside strands. We're going to pull it out, good inch, inch and a quarter, inch and a half. And we'll cut them strands off. And then we'll pull back our router sheet. Make sure we don't pull it through the other way. To make a little hollow on there, I can feel the strands up to here. I'm going to take my knoters tool, I'm going to open this up. Get that nice and wide. And while it's still on there, as you can see, it starts to fray a little bit. I'm just going to burn them off and get the end of the paracord just a little stiff. This will stiffen it up, get rid of those frays. Just a little bit, not too much. Yeah, that's nice. Take that off. And then on this end, leave that one for right now. Then on this end, we want to take a fid and we're going to screw it on. Make sure it gets on there good, because sometimes when we push it through the other end, it's a little tough sometimes, so you want to make sure this is on there nice. That seems pretty good. So again, I'll take my knoters tool, and I'm going to start a hole here. I mean, I can do it with just the fid, but this seems to work a lot better, faster. And then I can really stretch it out, twist this, and get this a good diameter. Has to be at least the same size as the paracord, or the fid also, to get through. So we made a nice hole right there, as you see. We'll take the other end with the fid on, and all we're going to do is pass this through. And it gets a little tight, but just work it nice. And it hooks right through, as you can see, like that. And then all we're going to do is just pull it tight. There you go. Get nice and tight on there, as snug as you want. And that ain't going to come off. And that's how you attach 1 line. So, for example, if you're doing a bracelet, you had a couple more on this side, you can have a center strand, or whatever your project might be. So, I find that's a pretty cool way to do that. And I believe this is called the Manny method. So let's move on. Let me take this fit off because I'll be using this on the next example. All right. So our next one is going to be similar to the last one, but we're going to be using two paracords and connecting them together. Now, let me put the fid on this one. I did the other one already. And then on the other ends, we're pretty much going to do the same thing as the single cord, and I already had done that. I opened it up, I pulled out my strands, cut them off, I put my knotted tool in, widened it up, I heated it up with my lighter, got a little stiff, got off the fray ends, and now we're just going to make a hole to pass the other fid through. So we'll open that up nice. Now we're not going to go all the way through. I'm going to show you what we do. There's a hole, if you can see that right there. So now we take our other strand with the fid on, and we're going to pass it right through. Now you don't want to pull it all the way through. Just about there. And then I did this already to save time. I pulled out the strands, cut them off, pulled it back. I put the knotted tool in there, or you can use a fid too, because you want to open it up some, make it stiff so it's easier to work with. I took my knotted tool and opened up a hole. So then I take my other fid from the other strand, and this one feels a little tighter. Well, no, pretty good. And we're going to pass that through. And once we get them both on, we're just going to pull this, and you can see it coming together. Bam. And there's two strands that you put together. They could be different colors, could be the same strand if you went short on the same color to put two together. Now you could probably clean this up a little bit, put a little heat on it, right? The light is getting ready to go kaput. You know, heat it up. This will shrink it up a little bit. Careful, this is hot. You know, roll it up in your hand a little. So it's a little better, a little neater. Not bad. All right. And the last method I have won't really be burning it like that, but again, I took out the inner strands a little bit, and I just very lightly took out the fringes. Now on the other strand, I just cut it on a little angle. I don't know if you can see that there, just a little angle, and it's made a little hardwood fire, not much at all. And I left the strands on the end because I just find it easier to put in. So now we're just going to slip this in. Now, just asking yourself, yeah, but look, it comes right out. How are you going to do this? Am I going to melt it together? No. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I got that in there. Now, I went ahead and did this ahead of time, and anybody can do this. We're going to use a needle and thread and just thread it together. And we're just going to go through a few times. We're going to pass it through. Go back the other way again. You're just going to keep going back and forth. And, you know, make sure it's nice and snug. Don't stab your finger. If you're not a sewer like me. That's another pretty good method. You know, it seems like you take your time. It makes it really neat. You're not really burning much. You're not using a lighter. So you can do this if you ran out of a lighter, if you didn't have no more fluid in your lighter, no way to burn it or melt it together. You always have a needle and thread in your arsenal there. And we're just going to go back a few times, back and forth. And you want to try to get Not that it matters, because this will probably be hidden within whatever project you're doing. Well, maybe not. But I would try to get the same color thread pretty much around. I mean, it's only going to be a little area that you're going to be doing. So I went through a bunch of times here. I'll just add my finger there a little bit. And then on the end, we want to get it close to an end somewhere. And we're just going to tie it on a knot. I'll show you how to do that here. So we're going through the knot, and we'll go through the little loop. Bam. I might give it another one here. And makes the loop. Go through. And just cut that off. The extra string. Thread, I should say, not string. Get that cut off. Bam. Well, that's really tight also. You know, you want to make sure you thread it enough times. So we had that way. Now this is, I don't know what this method is called. I know a couple of them are called the Manny method. So we had that way. We had the single string way. Oh, let me get that in the camera there so you can see. I had the single string way, which I thought might be called the Manny method. Can't really remember. Then we had using 2 strands of paracord that we use, using the same method, making the hole, passing the fids through. These are really strong, let me tell you. And then we had the other way, fast, quick way of just melting the ends and sticking the ends together. So there was 4 quick ways that I've learned to put paracord together. And I thought it might be a good idea to put them in one video if anybody was looking for other ways to do it. And I'm always looking for new ways, so I'm always searching. So until the next time, thanks for tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more future videos. Have a good day.